This is a raven at the door on normal and hard.
You have returned to Castle Ravenloft, this time uninvited. As promised, the servant's door was not sealed. A sign that Jesper the Raven made it this far, at least.
So first we want to go right and then up to this upper servant's quarters. And you can ignore that door for now. And then this secret hiding place, just read through the entries. You could probably read through them in detail on your own. It's kind of interesting. Last entry, and then once you're done.
Jesper's last report says he went off to steal a potion from a coven of witches, whose lair is at the top of the South Tower.
So if you try to go to the South Tower without doing that, it'll deny you entry. So we came in, here's where the entrance was, we went right to get the, read the objective, and then we go continue down, which should be to our left, to get to the actual top of the, so basically from the start, you go left, at the dead end you go right, and then you make the first left, and then that takes you to the South Tower. Or South Tower stairs, I should say. So this is pretty much the navigation way through the castle.
Following it all the way to the top should get you close to the lair of the old crones mentioned in Jesper's journal.
And so in the previous adventure in the castle, we went up to the 3rd floor. We explored other levels as well, but we went up as high as the 3rd floor. This is level 2. And this one we're going to go past that. Here's level 3. And then we get to the top here, level 4. This is the top of the South Tower stairs. And when you get in, you just kind of follow it up and then go off to the right. The left has a shrine. That's about all that's there. So there's some NPCs that you can interact with. And then we're going to want to go to the top of this staircase.
As you come to the door of the witch's den, you recall the password from Jesper's journal. He whispers, "The wars in the day."
And these, there's some vampires in here. They're actually pretty tough.
You from the darkness. They regard you with a
Reaper.
haughty aloofness that only one creature across the many planes has truly mastered. The cat.
You want to focus on these mages first. First on normal, it's easy, but on Reaper, they're a little bit difficult. On Reaper, I'd often drag the... There's 2 bosses, they both activate. One stays in place, the other I drag back.
One of them, the taller of the
But on normal, I'll just
gestures
keep fighting here.
The old witches cackle, then one of them sneers at you. We know about your little birdies. Baba Lysaga warned us of their spying ways. So we set a trap, and just like that, in he flew. Face twisting into a gap-toothed grin, the witch continues. You little bird fluffers and dandles without soon. And she looks away. Such a little birdie, though, sister. I think we need more
You
meat
definitely need to
for
read
our
the
pot.
first note, second
Don't
note,
you?
and then take the vials.
A hag sputters a command word. The nearby cauldron begins to give off tremendous heat, and something begins to emerge. The cauldron's fiery heat abates. These vile crones have uttered their last curses. It is time to search their lair. You find a set of vials, which must be the potions of gaseous form described in the journal. They will allow you entry into the magical tower within the treasury.
And then the end fight is in the third floor, so we just basically, you can either walk down or you can just sort of drop down one level. It's the very next level. Level 3. And in this next room, there's a invisible stalker that's actually probably on normal, no problem. But you could also, if you
Broken
just kind of
furnishings
go
lie
off to the
scattered
right,
about the room. At the
you can
center of the
you can
destruction
basically
is the
leave
smashed
before it
remains
activates.
of a moldering cake.
And then we
Its
want to go
sickly
behind this
sweet
fireplace,
smell permeates the wreckage.
open this
Something
door,
large but unseen suddenly moves through the air, smashing through
Open this
furniture
door.
like it was paper. It is circling you.
and then this door. So a bunch of hidden doors. There's a shrine if we need it, and then when you go in here, you just use the potion to get through.
You quaff the witch's brew, and you watch as your body evaporates into a fine mist. By strength of will alone, you push yourself through the tiny tower window
An
and take
adamantine
solid
weapon will
form
help
again
here.
on the inside. The tower seems to be
And you get a lot of poison, so you can use your poison potions.
The heavy footsteps coming from up there serves as a warning that it does not for God.
Then we just pick up the book and open the
This
chest,
book's
and we're done.
pages are brittle with age, and much of it is illegible. But what you can make out suggests the author is none other than Strahd himself. Perhaps your allies back in town can make sense of it.
That's a really nice Pale Master ring. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Put it with one of my bound account characters. The gear here is really nice for the level. And then I'm going to just go back out, get my end reward, and go back in on hard. Well, looked good. If that had, if that would have had death block on it, that would be perfect for us. Fire absorb and electric absorb in one item. I'm gonna go ahead and take it because it's pretty good armor. And then I'll go back in on hard. And I'll go ahead and get the hireling. I think our self-healing is fine for hard, but
You have
hireling
returned to
has a lot of
Castle
advantages.
Ravenloft, this time uninvited.
And I'm not going to go
As
through the whole
promised,
narration
the
again on
servant's
hard
door was
since
not
I just did
sealed.
it, but
A sign that Jesper the
gonna
Raven
follow
made
the
it
same
this
path.
far, at least. Jesper's last report says he went off to steal a potion from a coven of witches, whose lair is at the top of the South Tower. This is the South Tower stair. Following it all the way to the top should get you close to the lair of the old clones mentioned in yesterday's journal. As you come to the door of the witch's den, you recall the password from Jesper's journal. You whisper, and the words in the book. Many sets of green eyes shine out at you from the darkness. They regard you with a haughty aloofness that only one creature across the many planes. The withered forms of two hags glare at you from across their cauldron. One of them, the taller of the two, gestures for you to speak with her. The old witches cackle, then one of them sneers at you. We know about your little birdies. Baba Lysaga warned us of their spying ways. So we set a trap, and just like that, in he flew. Face twisting into a gap-toothed grin, the witch continues. Laughers now and dungeons without elders. Sweet secrets and then the day lingers on you, and she licks her lips. Such a very little sister. I think we need more meat for our pot, don't you? A hag sputters a command word. The nearby cauldron begins to give off tremendous heat, and something begins to emerge. The cauldron's fiery heat abates. These vile crones have uttered their last curses. It is time to search their lair. You find a set of vials, which must be the potions of gaseous form described in the journal. They will allow you entry into the magical tower within the treasury. swirling forms of ghostly light drift through this dungeon. Their tormented cries fill you with dread. They seem content to ignore you.
So I was supposed to go to the 3rd floor. I jumped all the way to the bottom. I just need to climb back up. But I guess while I'm at the bottom, I might as well show you the optional chest since we're so close. And we have the key. So if you go down to the bottom, you can get an optional chest. You want to avoid those teleport traps. They will teleport you to a dungeon. And if you head over to the left cell here,
the old hag turns with a crooked smile as you enter the room. Her raven captive calls, "It's a trap!" And you hear the heavy clank of iron doors behind you. The hag cries out with glee,
My lord, they came for the bell just as you said. Now, make me a vessel of your wrath. Vanquish them through me.
The air becomes smothering and the old woman's eyes she speaks in a voice that is utter terror. Your request is granted, my son. Now let us see to our ear guests. Jesper bobs his feathered head in one last gesture of appreciation, then takes flight to find the nearest window.
so that's a really great docent for a Warforged. And now we'll go to the end fight. And the only thing we did differently is go to that optional chest, and then we're going to head back up to the 3rd floor for the end fight.
Broken furnishings lie scattered about the room. At the center of the destruction is the smashed remains of a moldering cake. Its sickly, sweet smell permeates the wreckage. Something large but unseen suddenly moves through the air, smashing through furniture like it was paper. It is circling you. You quaff the witch's brew, and you watch as your body evaporates into a fine mist. By strength of will alone, you push yourself through the tiny tower window and take solid form again on the inside. The tower seems to be fixed on the inside somehow. book's pages are brittle with age, and much of it is illegible. But what you can make out suggests the author is none other
Rovian
than
battle axe. So
Strahd
we're getting some
himself.
pretty nice weapons and
Perhaps
pretty
your
nice
allies
drops on
back in
normal. I
town
think
can make sense of it.
so far I've got a drop from all 3 normal chests we've opened, and this is not a deathblock item, but it has a blue slot in it. That's good. A returning dirt, that might be of interest for crafting for a alchemist, and alchemists are kind of popular right now. Nothing else is really that interesting. This isn't too bad of a quarterstaff, but electrifying 366. Belch penetration, of course, isn't really useful for us, but it is better than what we have, I think. But I haven't had much need to use a quarterstaff, so I'm just going to grab this and see if I can't sell that for on the auction house to a alchemist. So that is a Raven at the Door, normal and hard.